start by saying good afternoon and greetings from me and a warm welcome to all of you. I'm privileged to be here at the esteemed Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology, Shibpur, to observe the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking today. That is 26th June. This seminar reflects our commitment to raising awareness and fostering a healthier, safer, drug-free country. A special mention to the students here, the future of our nation, whose energy, intellect and dedication inspire us every day. Your pursuit of knowledge and excellence is a beacon of hope for a brighter and more prosperous India. Be the successful torchbearer. Together, let us delve into today's discussions with an open mind and a shared commitment to combating the menace of drug abuse and illicit trafficking. Thank you for being here once more and for contributing to this crucial cause. So let us now proceed with today's subject matter. Today, this 26th June, designated by the United Nations, serves as a stark reminder of the pervasive impact of drug abuse and trafficking on our society, particularly in India. It is a day to reflect, to educate, and to commit ourselves to fighting this menace that threatens the very fabric of our communities. Drug abuse and illicit trafficking are not merely criminal issues. They are profound social problems that have far-reaching consequences. In India, the situation is particularly alarming. Our nation, with its vast population and geographical diversity, has become both a consumer and a transit hub for illegal drugs. See, I also have a drug addiction. Can any of the students guess what? Anybody? I really have a drug addiction. As I said, I'll be cracking jokes I started on. Any guesses from the students? I am addicted to oxygen. I'm really addicted to oxygen. People keep telling me to quit, but I just can't live without it. So the magnitude of the problem, according to a survey conducted by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment in 2019, approximately 2.1% of Indians use opioids. So it is 2.1% of Indians who are using opioids, which include heroin, opium, and pharmaceutical opioids. So this translates to nearly 23 million people. This is not a matter of joke. It's 23 million people. It was a survey in 2019. Furthermore, around 8.5 lakh people in India inject drugs, making them highly susceptible to diseases we all know, HIV or AIDS and hepatitis. The state of Punjab, often referred to as the granary of India, has been particularly hard hit. A 2015 study found that nearly 2.3% of Punjab's population was addicted to drugs, predominantly heroin. This crisis has not only devastated individuals, but also torn apart families and communities, leading to a significant increase in crime rates and social unrest. So again, I'll ask, what game, can you tell me, does a drug addict play the most? What game does a drug addict play the most? It is Need for Speed, because that is what they lack. So now I'll come into the social impact on students. One of the most heart-wrenching aspects of drug abuse is this impact on students. Our youth like you, who are present in front of me, who represent the future of our nation, are increasingly falling prey for substance abuse. The National Drug Dependence Treatment Center, in short NDDTC, in AIMS Delhi reports that nearly 1 in every 3 students in Delhi has experimented with drugs at some point of time. I really don't know, students are present in front of me, they will not tell the truth, but I don't know whether you are also experimenting with drugs sometimes. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling that I have a lot of pressure, I cannot cope up with this institution, I cannot cope up with my grades, I really don't know. But please say no to drugs. It will not help you, it will destroy you. Coming back, In a tragic incident in 2016, no, I'll just skip. The consequences, what I was telling, has experimented with drugs at some point, Delhi. The consequences are dire. Academic performance, that is what I was telling, plummets as students become increasingly distracted and disengaged. Absenteeism rises, and many drop out of school altogether. Substance abuse among students also leads to a higher incidence of mental health issues, including depression and anxiety, which further hampers their ability to lead productive lives. So always say no to drugs. In a tragic incident in 2016, a 15-year-old boy from Chennai died of a drug overdose. His parents were unaware of his addiction, and his death served as a grim reminder of how drug abuse can silently destroy young lives. Now, what is the role of education and awareness? While law enforcement is critical, education and awareness are equally important. Prevention is always better than cure. Schools and colleges, as the honorary director was explaining, schools and colleges must incorporate comprehensive drug education programs into their curriculum. These programs should aim to educate students about the dangers of drug abuse and equip them with the skills to resist peer pressure. Parents also have a crucial role to play. Open communication about the risk of drug use, create a supportive home environment which can deter children from turning to substance. Now, community involvement and rehabilitation. This part is also important. Community involvement is essential in the fight against drug abuse. Local communities can support rehabilitation efforts by creating an inclusive environment that encourages recovery. Rehabilitation centers like those run by NDDTC and various NGOs provide crucial services, including medical treatment, counseling, and vocational training to help addicts integrate into society. One notable example is the Muktangan Rehabilitation Center. It is in Pune, which has successfully treated thousands of addicts and helped them rebuild their lives. Their holistic approach, which includes family therapy and community support, serves as a model for other regions. Now let us understand the legal framework and enforcement. India really has a robust framework to combat drug abuse and trafficking. The primary legislation is the, probably you all know, it is, in short we say NDPS, that is Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances. It's an act which came in 1985. This act provides for stringent penalties for various drug-related offences. There's a section 21 in this act which deals with the punishment for possessing, manufacturing, and trafficking heroin and other synthetic drugs. Depending on the quantity of the substance, the punishment can range from rigorous imprisonment of 10 to 20 years and a fine of up to 2 lakhs. Section 27 addresses the consumption of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. The punishment for consumption of cocaine, morphine, or heroin can be up to 1 year of rigorous imprisonment or a fine of 20,000 or both. Now, Section 31 is more stringent. It prescribes death penalty for the repeated offenders involved in large-scale drug trafficking. And Section 37, we should all be aware of Section 37 because it states that bail should not be granted to an accused. So if you are a drug abuser, you will not get bail under this particular section. Section 37 states that bail should not be granted to an accused unless the accused is able to satisfy 2 conditions. One is reasonable ground for believing that the accused is not guilty of such an offense and that the accused would not commit an offense or is not likely to commit an offense if granted bail. However, we all know that laws are not enough. Effective enforcement is crucial. The Narcotics Control Bureau, in short it is known as NCB, is the apex agency responsible for drug law enforcement in India. Recent high-profile raids and arrests demonstrate the NCB's commitment to tackling this issue head-on. In 2020, the NCB seized nearly 2,000 kg of narcotics and arrested over 1,500 individuals involved in drug trafficking. So the fight against drug abuse and illicit trafficking is a multifaceted battle that requires the concerted efforts of law enforcement, educators, healthcare providers, and the community at large. On this International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, let us renew our commitment to creating a drug-free society. We must remember that every life saved from the clutches of drugs is a victory for humanity. Every life. Let us work together to ensure that our future generations can grow up in a safe, healthy, and drug-free environment. I thank you all for sharing your precious time with me.